tired of love songs, tired of love songs, tired of love songs, tired of love. Just wanna go home, wanna go home.
Guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the kitchen. It's been a minute or two since I feel like we've made a recipe. So let's get into this one. This one is actually kind of a byproduct of the jumbo peanut butter cups we did. Oh gosh, it's been about a week and a half now on the channel. And so I was kind of messing around with some of the ingredients. Actually, someone who is a follower had tried to make the peanut butter cups, had messed them up, and actually came up with this fudge cup essentially, which got me thinking that looks really good. I got a bunch of comments and people asking, how do you make that? And I said, let's go ahead and make a variation of the peanut butter cups. And I have done it. I have to say, I think they are even better than the actual peanut butter cups. They are phenomenal. I'm still trying to get it down, so you have to keep them in the freezer. Definitely best in the freezer. You can take them out of the freezer maybe an hour out, but after that they get a little too soft. So again, this is when you're going to keep in the freezer for best results. Great mini protein bars. They have about 130 calories a piece. And they are so good. Hard to believe these things are good for you, and on top of that, hardly any sugar. Actually, you can make them no sugar if you don't put the marshmallows in, which I gave you a little hint there. But what we are going to do today, the official name of these is Rocky Road Keto Cups. And of course, you can mix and match how you want to do this. If you wanted to put different types of chocolate chips, you want to do trail mix, dried fruits, anything. But essentially what I'm going to do is make these cups, and then on the bottom of them, as you will see, we're going to do some marshmallows, and we're going to do a few almonds and some protein puffs. So essentially the closest thing to this consistency would be a Rocky Road style keto cup. So anyways, let's get into this. Some of these ingredients you may not have. Some of them you may be able to kind of mix and match. But I have found in order to get this best, the protein needs to be a collagen with MCT oil. Otherwise, it doesn't freeze right. With the MCT oil, the fat in it, it freezes really nicely. It doesn't get too hard. It stays soft in the freezer. And you're not going to add any water to this or milk. As the ice crystals kind of ruin it. So I'll show you what I mean. Let's get into this recipe. Rocky Road Keto Cups. And Happy New Year to you. It's been a little while. The GOAT did it again. Super Bowl after Super Bowl. He keeps breaking everyone's heart, but the team he's on. So anyways, thank you for your support. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, please do now. Please share it. I appreciate all of you. We're just shy of 350 subscribers, and can't do this without you, so thank you so much. First thing, guys, dry ingredients. In a bowl, you want to combine 4 scoops of your chocolate collagen protein, which comes out to 80 grams. You want 2 servings of the almond butter powder, which comes out to 24 grams. We want 30 grams of the cocoa powder. And then what you want to do is you want to now add in 25 grams of stevia as well. And so this is the base. This is what we're going to start with. And then I will tell you what you're going to do from this. I misspoke. You want 12 grams of stevia, not 25 grams. So it's going to look about like that. I also added just a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt into this. Just to give it a little bit more of that chocolate kind of accentuate the different flavors, if you will. So now what you're going to do is basically just start adding your chocolate syrup. It ends up coming to about 3 servings, but I start here and then I'll start mixing before I add any more. So basically you want it to look about like this. I'm trying to do this with one hand, and then you just start mixing this together like so. And basically just keep doing this until it starts to form into almost like a chocolate brownie batter. So I'm gonna mix this and I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like. Check that out, guys. That's about what you want it to look like. Brownie batter. It smells amazing. If you love chocolate, you are going to just absolutely love this. It's like triple chocolate. Now what you can do at this point, this is pretty thick. You will be able to put in the cups this way. You might want to put it in the microwave for about 15 seconds just to loosen it up a little bit. You also can add, the only other liquid I would add to this is, believe it or not, liquid egg whites, pasteurized liquid egg whites. It just makes it so they do not freeze the same way water does. So you don't want any ice crystals, like I said before. So basically, I usually do not do that, but if you needed to make it a little bit more liquid, you could add a little bit more chocolate syrup, or I would suggest actually liquid egg whites. But anyways, let's start there. I'm actually gonna throw this in the microwave for 15 seconds. Then we're gonna start putting this in our cup. Now guys, I did end up putting just a little bit of liquid egg whites into this just because the batter was so thick. You do not have to do that if you don't want. Then you just spoon it. Obviously, I took my time to do this because I wanted to look good for this video. They don't have to look this nice. Once they freeze and you peel them out of the cup, they're gonna look about the same anyways. Now what I always do is I take a little bit, once I get them in the cups, I take a little bit more of the chocolate syrup and I just put it on top. That just makes it look smooth on top, so it's not so batter-like basically. And then you just press down and smooth it over. A silicone spatula seems to work best. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a few of our Rocky Road toppings on this and into the freezer. Pretty easy, right? And these things are delicious. And we'll be eating some Rocky Road Keto cups before you know it. Sprinkled on a few protein puffs, a couple marshmallows, and obviously an almond. Now I would also, if you wanted to, you could put some chocolate chips. These are so rich in chocolate. I'm not gonna put chocolate chips on this batch, but that's what the Lily's chocolate chips are for if you wanted them. But as you can see guys, make sure you press down the ingredients a little bit into the chocolate. That way it will freeze and set. And take a look at that. Doesn't that look freaking amazing? I mean, these, again, we eat with our eyes. That's why it's so important that when you're eating healthy, your food looks bad for you. Then you won't feel like you're ever missing out. That's the key. You'll never feel like you're giving anything up, and you'll always be happy with a healthy diet. So anyways, that's what they look like. Freezer. Now the best, minimum of an hour, preferably overnight. The best seems to be like that 3 to 4 hour range. But you could eat these within an hour out of the freezer. So putting them in, I'll show you what they look like after a couple hours. Look at that, there's the one in the cup. There they are outside the cup. And they got the ridges just like a peanut butter. Frozen, but as you can see, look at that. It's just basically a fudge cup.